RateMyProfessors.com is the largest online destination for professor ratings. The site has over 8,000 schools and 15 million comments and ratings. But why do students use a website about teachers they've never met? And what do professors think about this website? I went around the SSU campus to ask students and a professor about this site. The first question I asked students was if they use this website.
Yes, I have browsed that website before.
I do use this website, correct?
I do use the website Rate My Professor.
I've used it before, yeah.
No.
RateMyProfessors.com is the go-to website when it's time to register for classes. But why do students use it?
I use it before, each semester to see what other people have commented about a professor I'm about to have, so to see their opinion on a teacher I'm about to take a class with.
I use it to check if my teachers are going to be really hard or easy or homework or not a lot of homework. It pretty much has every aspect of what you would want to know about a class, because people could just comment on it and say what they feel about the teacher.
To see what other people said about these teachers, I guess.
I use it before I register for all my classes. It helps you kind of get to know the class and what it's all about and what kind of teacher you're going to be spending the whole semester with before you even have to take the class.
One student we interviewed gave us a different answer than the other students we talked to.
It's just, from what I hear about it, it's just people that got a bad grade, and I've always been taught teachers don't give grades, you earn them. So, rating a professor bad, it's not going to make your grade any better, so why bother waste your time?
Professor Marco Calavita, who has been teaching here at SSU since the year 2000, gave us his thoughts on the site.
My rating has always been good. Makes me feel I don't have any particular negative feelings toward the site, but in a different scenario where some angry students happen to have gone on the site and rated me badly and probably with very poor, grammar and bad logic and very unpersuasive, rhetoric, described how I was a terrible professor, I think I would regard, Rate My Professor as a really stupid user-generated site.
We then asked how much stock do they put in the comments that are posted.
I put a lot. Obviously, if they have a higher rating, I'm gonna go for the teacher with the higher rating. It's based on kids that have already had the class, and they're my peers, so I'm gonna trust their word.
Not a whole lot. I use it to whether or not I want to take a class over another. If I had two options and there was a teacher with a better review, I'd choose that one. But if I need the class, I need the class, so I'm going to take it.
Depends. I think that most students only comment if they have something negative to say about the teacher and they're kind of going on a wrath about them. So I don't take it too seriously if because I feel like they only go on to say negative things.
If it's a lot of people saying the same thing, then I usually go with it. But if it's really sketchy, then I'll be all right, well, I don't really know, it's wishy-washy.
We asked this one student if she was a teacher what her thoughts on the site would be.
I wouldn't bother to look at it. It's just a bunch of angry students that I'm probably not going to see again, and if I do, they better do good in my class or they're going to get another bad grade.
Professor Calavita gave his thoughts.
Professors like myself who tend to be control freaks, don't necessarily want students with a public voice being able to say whatever they want about you, but of course that's their right. That's the reality of the internet. That's the reality of user-generated sites, whether it's Rate My Professor or Yelp or, reviewing books on Amazon. That's just the way things are.
We ended the interview by asking him if he were a student today, would he use this website?
If I were going to try to decide between taking two classes and one professor was rated much more highly than the other, all things being equal, I would think that would probably be predictive of how good of an experience I might have in that class. It stands to reason.
When the month of April rolls around, students will be flocking this library here to get the latest updates about the professors they're going to take for the upcoming semester. But remember, when it comes to success, there are no shortcuts. Like our Facebook page and ask questions about this topic. Reporting for SSU TV, I'm David Tedla.